What was it? I missed that.
I declared a war on Muscovy, so and I'm just going to go let my minions eat them.
Fair enough. Om nom nom nom.
I like vassal swarms. They're nice.
And then the other thing that I have to ask, because I know that this was kind of a line being drawn in the sand, though I don't know if it's an official one. Rome fell to the Protestants.
Yeah, but if you notice that it's not that big a deal as they have been moved to other places.
Yeah, the Papal State still exists now outside of the Netherlands and Germany. Osnabrück.
Yeah, so, and I've allied them.
Just in case.
Yep. And it's like, hey, by the way.
So was it just that you were scared that the Pope would just disappear? Or was it literally like Rome is Catholic and it must stay Catholic?
Part of it, I was worried that I would lose it because I'm enjoying all my papal power, and two, it increases my papal power generation. So the higher your reputation with the Pope, the more each conversion gives you. So I wanted to have it as high as possible because papal power is life.
Papal power is pretty good, especially when you're one of few countries that are actually papist.
Yeah, papal power. I mean, everybody rags on Catholics, but I don't think they're that bad. I think they just people play it wrong. It's like you have to be an expansionist country, and you have to be like where you're going to be able to convert a lot. That makes it super strong.
Yeah.
I mean, I have like 4 the papal powers going at all times, like manpower, money, to blow, and then I've just been increasing my mercantilism for free.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think that Catholicism is super powerful. The way that I play, I prefer the versatility of the others, especially Protestantism.
Yeah. Like, Protestantism
if I was to
would be
compare
my favorite.
Reformed and Catholic, I'd probably say that Catholic's the stronger religion.
Yeah, Protestant's probably my favorite, just because, like you said, it's like, oh, what do I need this month? This is what I'm going with.
Yeah. And I'm also one of the few that actually likes Anglicanism, because you get so much mercantilism and you get so much money. Oh my god, you get so much money if you're Anglican.
Yeah, I did England. I was just like, this is ridiculous. It's like, I don't even have anything I can buy.
Yeah, like in the previous multiplayer, or the first one where I was playing as Britain, and I had just like 10,000 ducats in my bank at any time. So when Prussia was like, hey, can I have some money to build an army? I was like, how much do you need? I'll just send you some, it's fine.
So, all right, well, I'm going to jump back, and I will catch you later once the next war starts off.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching you and the two mirrors with interest. It's going to be one of the tension points, I think.
I don't know, but I think Timmy's should be worried about Arabia there. They're cutting him off from QQ. I mean, I think he's planning on going into India, but VJ is getting kind of strong there, too.
VJ is getting stronger.
Surrounded.
I think VJ has more to worry from the Timurids than Timurids from VJ, though.
Well, the VJ's allied to Arabia.
Oh.
That's a scary alliance.
That is true. I wonder if VJ has noticed that Malwa has one of the provinces that Timmy needs to form the Mughals. Like, they're not allied, and he's not guaranteeing them, and I think in VJ's position, I'd be guaranteeing Malwa right now. Because it's only a matter of time before Delhi dies.
Can I do it? Oh, I can't.
I shouldn't have said anything. I'm trying to help VJ here, not you.
No, I was looking at Prussia. He doesn't have... It's like, I thought I could claim his throne for a second. I was like, you want... Oh, it's like, you want entertainment?
So much for that cordiality.
No, I want to do it. It would be funny as hell, though. I think he would panic for a second.
Can you imagine if you had Prussia and the Commonwealth? Prussian infantry and Commonwealth cavalry. No, no.
Why not? It sounds great. Who needs Jusky when you can have Prussians?
Yeah, exactly. Space Marines for the win. Poland can into space and has got the Space Marines to prove it.
So, all right. Well, I'm going to head back. Yep. I'll talk to you later.
See you later. Oh, that was funny. And I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this. In Spanish artillery. Smolensk artillery. Although, yeah, he could probably release Smolensk. Just going to see what that would require. I can never remember how you release stuff. It's not a thing I do very often. Diplo? And you have to click on yourself. There we go, it's that button. Can't do it while he's at war. So if Commonwealth ever finds itself at peace, we'll take a look. Meanwhile, is Japan still building a navy? Because this is the other conflict I'm very interested in. They've gone up to 11 heavy, so they've definitely got more than Ming does now. Does Ming have any naval capacity or capability whatsoever? Economic, quantity, offensive, and trade. I don't think they themselves get any naval stuff. So no maritime, no naval. That's really what I was looking at. Because I think Ming with naval would be scary. Japan with naval would be even more scary, especially because naval comes with the galley combat ability, which would really help you secure the coast. No. Actually, Japan having admin I don't think is a great choice. Offensive is a good one. Commonwealth at peace. Lol indeed. Orthodox is ridiculously strong. I know I've played as Novgorod before, I just don't remember much about Orthodox. I remember the Metropolitans being really good. Is Muscovy still Orthodox? Can we see what that does? We can. Massive reduction to unrest. And you have the Patriarch Authority, which gives you more missionary strength, unrest, and manpower. And then you can also choose your icons. Right, yeah. Manpower, recovery speed, discipline, national unrest, harsh treatment, construction cost, and dev cost. That's a good one, especially for someone like Novgorod. Improve relations, AE impact, and then institution embracement and spread. I mean, this one's situational. This one's great if you're at war. This one's great when you're not at war. Then that one when you're consolidating. Well, either of those, actually. Fair enough. They can still raise more Strelsky. Okay, so Muscovy and Timurids are at peace. And Timurids stayed exactly to that trade node. So the Commonwealth spoke and the Timurids listened. Like, do not take my trade nodes, and they didn't. Up to the exact point of that border. So yeah, Commonwealth's going to be able to secure the whole of Novgorod and just throw even more money into the Baltic now, where they're accruing 32 ducats a month. What's your trade income? This is kind of curious, actually. 32 from trade for you. What about the Netherlands? The Netherlands are earning 60. You know what? The Commonwealth getting half what the Netherlands is generating in trade is pretty darned impressive. France is only getting 13. What's Portugal getting? 52. So the Netherlands is still doing the best out of that. Denmark is feeding the Dutch money, so they're not going to be earning much. And then Alexandria would be the other one. 107 for Alexandria, so they're 47 ahead of the Dutch. And that's with the AI in charge. With the player in charge, I think they would be able to make that even more efficient. How much does Mali make out of trade? Curious. 8. They make 11 out of gold. That's pretty good. Who else has a gold power? Austria? Austria gets 10. Andalusia gets 11. Okay, Mali's actually making a lot less out of gold than I expected them to. I think Mali needs to start building up the production of these provinces. Like I've said before, you want to have a minimum of 10 production in your gold mine regions. 10 has been discovered mathematically to be the highest amount of gold you can get for the most acceptable risk of depletion. Don't ask me the exact maths, I am no mathematician. It's just a thing I read on the Paradox forums. Don't even know if it's true, it just seems to be accepted kind of knowledge. Should get someone like a Rumba on that one. Like, what's the best gold development, production development? So sad Morocco can't raid that trade. They can. Oh, the Dutch have just taken out Cornwall. So the Netherlands really going on a bit of an expansion spree right now, and that's going to be securing them even more of the English trade node, although they already had just those two. The fact that Mordredtopia version 9 is still under Irish hands is probably going to be causing a lot of consternation. In fact, where is Ireland currently setting their trade? Their merchants. Ivory Coast, Gulf of St. Lawrence, North Sea and the English Channel. And they're collecting in both North Sea and English Channel. See, that's a terrible idea. I think they should be feeding into the English Channel and then basically upgrade this to a level 3 world port, and you would make a lot of money. Yes, you'd be up against the Dutch, who still have no world ports. Oh no, they have one. They've upgraded one of them. Actually, that's another thing. Portugal's got one world port and then the rest level 2s. That's reasonable. Aragon's not alive. Andalusia have not done very much. See, I think if I was in Andalusia's shoes, even if I wasn't being pirated by Denmark at the time, I'd upgrade these. Like Sevilla, there's so much money, and Sevilla is basically guaranteed to be making money because Portugal's going to be dragging all of the world's trade into Sevilla because they want to collect it. And if you want to take a share of that, then, you know, go for it. Especially if you're rivals with them. You're basically just denying them cash and adding more for yourself. Sure, it'll cause tensions, but there are already huge tensions between these two. And Lucia only collecting 11 from here. I think you really need to upgrade those. And then you can just start pushing money from Tunis, from Safi into Sevilla as well. And just expanding that pool. And Ireland trying to get a little bit of money for the English Channel. Though the lion's share is currently going to Sevilla, as I said. Especially because we know that Portugal and Mali have that deal. Although that's our knowledge as opposed to player knowledge. Yeah, that one's a little harder to capitalise on. Because you wouldn't necessarily expect Portugal to actually be entrenched here. Especially as we've just seen Mali kick the Dutch out. Although Ivory, Mali should focus on production and trade bonuses for sure. Yeah, I agree. And what is the Congo doing? Has the Congo expanded any further into Mutapa? Congo is playing a very quiet, very defensive game. I think if I were in their shoes, I'd be a lot more aggressive towards the other African powers. And just grab as much of this as you possibly can. Like, as soon as this stuff is lost to the Europeans, now that we have Portugal next door to Mutapa, this is going to fall to Europe very soon. Like, they've got one gold mine. They've just got enough. They've got the sampler, the taste of that East African gold. And they're just going to be going, you know what? This is delicious. I want more of this. And then they're going to go, oh, there's some more gold over there. And what's even better is it's flavoured by white gold, ivory. Let's just go and just grab it all. So I'm really surprised that they haven't done that. And I think they are going to regret not being more aggressive because Portugal's going to grab it now. And once Portugal's got it, it's going to be quite difficult to root them out. Unless, of course, they pull a Mali, but then why not just grab it first? Make it harder for them because then they have to go to war with Congo, and that's going to kick off a war against the entire African Confederation. Particularly now that Congo and Mali are allied. And if Portugal were then to go after the Congo to get the Matapan territories, that would risk the Ivory Coast control. Far less likely to do it. Arabia's still not here. It's like over an hour late. Like, Arabia's often late to these sessions. I'm somewhat surprised he's not here yet. Commonwealth have fragmented Muscovy. They're well and truly gone. I'm just going to actually double check Discord, see if Denmark's shown up yet. It's rare that he misses a multiplayer session too. I kind of suspect that Denmark just overslept. Yeah, it's just CPM talking. Yep. Nope, nothing. Okay, so France finally gobbling up the rest of Burgundy. The Netherlands also trying to take their share. Going up to Calais, that's a good choice too. It's another natural harbour. It's another centre of trade in the English trade node. Grab them while you can. These two allied. Yeah. Netherlands and France are allied. I was wondering if the Netherlands might try to be sneaky and go after Normandy, because there is another centre of trade here. And if France just isn't that interested in trading, then why not sell Cotentin to the Dutch so that he can make use of that trade node? It's another world trade centre that he could set up. How many merchants do the Dutch have at this point? 4. 4 colonists, though. Crikey, they've gone hard on the colonisation. Exploration and expansion. How'd they get 4? It should be 3. policy that gives you a colonist? Nope. They do have the native uprising chance. That combined with the one that they've not taken. So Holland probably just hasn't realised that he's able to do this, but native uprising chance -100 means that you don't need to garrison colonies. Fantastic. But now that he's got the policy which reduces that uprising chance by 50%, he can just take the native trading policy and benefit from the 50% assimilation with no penalty. He still has a 100% chance of no uprising. So Holland, when you hear this later, you probably want to make that change. There's no reason not to. Except for the stability cost for changing. So the Dutch are going for Texas. The Dutch, as we've seen, are going for Australia and are probably going to try and form Dutch-Australia as soon as possible, and they have done so. We've got Brunei and Australia, and also Portuguese New Zealand. So I don't think I've ever seen Australia divided this way between 3 different powers. All we need now is for Dai Viet to come in as well and grab a slice, and then we'll have 4 powers there. Why haven't the African players taken expansion? I don't know. Mali has. It's just Congo. I think that Congo being this isolationist is a big mistake. I think it's a huge mistake, actually. Because since Congo grabbed all of the Congolese territories, they've done nothing. They need to be grabbing these 2. And Congo does have one of them now? Yeah, they've got expansion. They've got their one colonist who is out working right now. What is he doing? Luga. Here. Okay, so he's trying to get his connection between these 2, which will allow him to get the claims on Buskoga. But he's already got claims on Matapa. Like, you can do it. Attack them, kill them. That'll get you access to Kilwa, then take out Kilwa as well, then you can secure more of the coast. Granted, securing a coast with European powers around is dangerous, as Mali saw, but grab the interior. The interior you can almost certainly hold. If the Dutch have a parliament, then one of the debates can go for a colonist. Ah. Let's have a look. The Dutch do indeed have parliament. Okay, so that's how they got their 4th colonist. And that's actually a really good debate to have, because it also increases the settler growth, I believe. Or the settler chance or settler growth. They're both called settler something. Nobody's killed Sweden. I wonder if the Commonwealth is not launching wars because they want the players to actually be around. In which case, good show. Like, that's pretty honourable play. Kokomes looking kind of hench right now. Like, even as a colonial European player, this would give me pause. Like, Miltech 11, the Dutch Miltech right now, well, the Texan Miltech, is lagging. Dutch Miltech is 17. Okay, that's 6 ahead, which is a pretty good level ahead, but having this united Mexico is kind of scary. Brunei have made it there. We've got California, which is Portuguese. Dai Viet made it to California. Unfortunately, Dai Viet's player's not here today to really make use of that. I wonder if Dai Viet is colonizing anywhere else. You only have the one colonist, so no, it's just going to be that Californian part. Vijayanagar, meanwhile, have eaten up a little bit more of Orissa. I don't think the Timurids have made any more moves against Delhi. No, not yet. But I am noticing certain units being placed there on the border with them. I thought that was Persia for a second. It's a very similar icon. I was like, have you made Persia appear so you can start feeding them Persian territories? Because Persia is one of those countries that can get a really scary amount of morale. Alright, so France have peaced out against Burgundy. What did they get? Those I think they already had.